I have literally just finished sorting out the English Premiership final when the news just broke that Glasgow's Franco has won URC Coach of the Season, and I think it's very, very well deserved. Glasgow has been most improved this season. I've got a video waiting, it'll probably be up beginning of next week when the final's over, kind of talking about this URC season compared to last URC season. And one of the things that I've noted down is that Glasgow are the most improved team. They came 8th last season and lost in the quarter-final to Leinster 76-14. Now, they got 10 wins, so just over half, 50% win rate. But this jumps up. They then this season came 4th, won 13 games, and did lose in the quarters again, but only 5-14 to Munster. So it's a definite improvement from Glasgow. They were firmly in the top 4 as well. They didn't just scrape it, they came top 4 by 8 points on Munster in 5th. So thoroughly deserved to be in that top 4. They have been outstanding this season. They did also make the European final of the Challenge Cup. They did lose it to Toulon, but that's not covered because this is the URC Coach of the Season. I think, he came in at the start of this season after one of Glasgow's worst seasons in a long time under Danny Wilson. You could tell he lost the dressing room. I think that for that Leinster game when they got beat by 70 odd points, was the players giving up. Like, you watch the highlights and it's like a Leinster player makes a break and all the Glasgow players just stand there and watch him, almost let them walk through, which kind of says everything. But Franco Smith came in, he brought in some new players with him. I still think there's some issues with Glasgow. I think Glasgow need a proper 10, for example. But some of the players that have come in and some of the players that have come through this season have been incredible. Obviously, they beat some of the big teams in the league. They beat Stormers. They beat some other teams. They won the 1872 Cup for the first time in a while, against Edinburgh, obviously, who had one of the worst seasons they've had in a long time. But we're not here to talk about Edinburgh, we're talking about Glasgow. So brilliant season. Interestingly, Glasgow actually won the same number of games as Ulster, who came second. More games than Stormers. It's just both of them picked up a significantly higher amount of bonus points, and also Stormers drew one of the games that they didn't, 2 of the games that they didn't win, so they actually lost one less game than Glasgow, and the 2 draws, make up for the thing. But yeah, it's been an amazing season for them. Let's see what they can do next year. Maybe they can go further, maybe make the semi-finals or even the final. Who knows? I mean, to be honest with you, URC is a very competitive league. You've got, I'm looking at the top 8, and all 8 of them could have quite easily have gone far. And all 8 of them are very, very good teams. And then beyond that, you've got some teams like the Lions, the Welsh teams, Edinburgh, Benetton, who are capable of winning things, are capable of, they're not just there. In some of the other leagues, you've got teams at the bottom who are just there. They're not really good enough for this league, but they're too good for the leagues below. But I think in the URC, everyone is good enough for the league. Apart from Leinster when it comes to knockouts. I'm going to get killers for that one, but it slipped out. I had to make one joke, I'm sorry, that's it. I won't make any more jokes. Yeah, so Franco Smith won Coach of the Season. Brilliant news. Very, very well deserved. We'll wait and see who wins Player of the Season and all that, and I'll be back probably just after I've finished recording this one.